Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Jeanette Biro here. I'm a medium and a channeler. Welcome to your weekday daily card reading where we dive into the cards and see what's in store with a message from Spirit. Okay, Monday energy, start to a new week. We do have a full moon on Friday, the 15th, so big energy in the moon there. How was your weekend? I'm curious what happened for all of you with that like fast-paced energy. What was it that they said? There was like 3 snaps. I'd have to go back and check, but I'm curious. So this week I'm using the holographic tarot. So let's see what's in store. I'm just going to see if Spirit has anything to start us off with. Okay, that's interesting. They're talking about, wow, okay, so from now up until next Tuesday, which is when Pluto moves into Aquarius. Again, that's not the only astrological thing going on, but it's one that keeps coming up with Spirit for me to share with all of you. So that's why there's this kind of repetitive piece to it. But from now until then, because there's such a shift in those 2 timelines that are like the Pluto and Aquarius timeline and the Pluto and Capricorn timeline that are sort of overlapping right now, they're saying many of you this week are going to be hyper aware or hyper vigilant to they're calling it conjuncting timelines. I would say overlapping timelines, where you might find you're living in this super double reality. We've kind of talked about this already a bit, but like they're saying you're going to notice this more. So if you're watching this for the first time, this can feel like conversations happen that you swear didn't happen, but the others know that you did, or there's proof that it did, but you have zero recollection of it, like absolutely none. Or you recall having full-on conversations, you know what the person was wearing, where you were, what time of day it was, who said what, and the other person has no idea. Those are some examples of these kind of like parallel overlapping timelines that are at play right now. It could even look like for some of you where, you know, say there's a park that you always go to and there's a certain tree at the park, and then you go back to the park one day and that tree is not there. And not that it's been cut down, it just does not exist. And you're like, what? How is this possible? This is all that the kind of converging, conjuncting, overlapping timelines right now. So Spirit is saying you're going to really be noticing that more and more this week. Don't fear it. Just allow the shifts that need to take place in the 2 realities to take place, anchoring your energy in the frequency you want, probably a higher frequency if you're watching this content. Anchor your energy up there. Hold your frequency high however you can. Joy, happiness, authenticity, love, all of that. And notice how certain things start to just fall away and align into your desired timeline. Very cool. Whoop, that's too many cards. I can't take that jumper, that's too many. All right, let's see what's in these jumping cards here this morning. All right. Ooh, I like this. I'm going to take one more. Okay, I like this. Strong start this week. We have the Fool card, the beginning of the tarot journey, the beginning of the hero's journey, the Fool, new beginnings. We've been talking about this new beginnings, new reality. This is the energy of November, and this just makes so much sense. We are in this new. So the big invitation with this card is, what are you noticing in this new timeline? And the reason why is the following card we have is number 5. It's the 5 of Wands. Now, typically this is like chaos, fighting, aggression, that kind of thing. However, what I want to say is this to me really speaks to what Spirit was just bringing through the 2 timelines. You have the higher timeline and you have the lower timeline. Maybe we could say the Pluto and Aquarius timeline that's going to lock in, or the Pluto and Capricorn timeline. Either way, what's being asked of you is essentially to choose which one are you in. What are you anchoring yourself into? Are you looking forward to new ways of thinking, new ways of being within yourself? Or are you staying within the energy of drama, fear, fighting, and chaos? Now, that doesn't mean you disregard what's happening in the world or just blissfully ignore it, unless that's what you want to do. Then if you do, go for it. But we can be aware of this, but still sit in the energy of this. right? So it's being really, really conscious of what you're choosing, starting strong this week as we go into the full moon on Friday. Because I love this combination of what's kind of coming down the pipe. First of all, we have the Knight of Cups. And knights are like synchronistic things that are coming into your reality, right? So like it's not just the energy of movement, but it's like the piece actually coming in. And cups is all about emotions and the heart space and like a beautiful blessing from the universe. So something is coming in, and I think that, yeah, the way they're showing me this is the energy coming in regardless. And in this cup, you either have the new energy or the old energy. So if this cup is coming in regardless, which one do you want in here? Do you want vinegar in your cup, or do you want, let's just say wine, right? For the sake of it. Do you want vinegar or wine? This cup is coming in regardless. You get to choose which one it is. There's a big emphasis here on also King of Cups energy. So regardless of your gender, how you align, what feels right for you, the King energy is within all of us, no matter what. And the King of Cups is this like emotional maturity with the capacity for action, right? So it's being really centered and assured within who you are and what you're about. And when you stand in this energy of the King of Cups, you invite the universal energy that's coming in to really be that of your choosing. Now, I would imagine most of you would like to choose the Fool. So if we have you standing in your strong energy, recognizing these new beginnings, and the universe is bringing in Knight of Cups here, then what you're going to be stepping into with this Fool card is some really positive energy. Now, I want to say this positive energy can occur regardless of the astrology. And this is something that I think I'm probably going to do a podcast on too, is sometimes I think we can get too wrapped up in the astrology and just see what's being told, right? Like what we hear, depending on what we're following. Are we seeing the light side of astrology or the dark side of astrology? And sometimes, even with tarot, I can throw tarot in there. Tarot doesn't give you the answers. Just like astrology doesn't give you the answers. It gives you an understanding of what's going on energetically. But the answers of the action and the, what you do about it, how you deal, it's all within you. It's what you want. It's what you want to do. And so that's why I really like this card pull to start us off this week. Going into the moon energy too is like, what do you want? How are you going to stand in that energy with an open heart though, right? The King of Cups has an open heart. He's not rigid in his energy. He's flowing in his energy, but he's like authoritative in his energy because he knows what he's about, right? He, she, regardless. So be really thoughtful as you start the week this week, leading into the moon and then leading into next week's movement of Pluto. Where are you focusing your energy? On the Fool or the Five of Wands? I think this is so cool. All right. I'll leave that with all of you for today. Do check out the podcast. You can listen to it here or on any podcast audio platform. And I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. So thank you as always for your shares, your comments. I do read them all. I heart them all. And I really appreciate all of you. So have a beautiful start to your week.